Stop overcomplicating your smart home setup. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on some fancy hub or some whole house system to start automating your life. A single smart plug, one little device that costs less than a fast food meal, can turn any dumb appliance into a smart one. Your lamps, your fans, your coffee maker, your space heater, even your holiday lights. Plug it in, connect it to your phone, and suddenly you can control it from anywhere. But here's the problem. There are dozens of smart plugs on Amazon. Most of them look exactly the same, and their listings are full of confusing jargon that doesn't help you decide. So I cut through the noise. I tested the top sellers, compared the specs, read through thousands of reviews, and today I'm counting down the 5 best smart home plugs under $40 that actually deserve your money. Let's get into it. Here's what you're in for. Number 5 is a budget-friendly plug with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth dual connectivity for under $13. Number 4 gets you an entire 4-pack with built-in child safety locks for just $20. That's $5 per plug. Number 3 is the ultimate pick for anyone in the Apple ecosystem with full native HomeKit support. Number 2 is sold directly by Amazon themselves and works even when your Wi-Fi goes completely down. And our number 1 pick, it earned PC Mag's Editor's Choice Award and costs less than $10. Under $10 for the best smart plug you can buy. Stay tuned because that's a conversation you need to hear. Alright, kicking things off at number 5, the Govee Smart Plug at $12.99 with a 4.3 star rating across 9,000 reviews. Now most people know Govee for their wildly popular LED light strips, those colourful ambient lights that are all over TikTok and Instagram, but they make smart plugs too, and this one's actually pretty solid for the price. What sets the Govee plug apart from a lot of the budget competition is its dual connectivity. It connects to your home network via both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth simultaneously. Now why does that matter? Because that Bluetooth backup means if your Wi-Fi router decides to have one of those moments, and we've all been there, you can still control the plug directly from your phone as long as you're within Bluetooth range. That's a real-world convenience feature that a lot of more expensive plugs don't even offer. The plug is ETL and FCC certified, which means it's actually passed legitimate safety testing by recognized certification bodies. You're not gambling with some random no-name brand that might overheat your outlet. The Govee app gives you group control, so if you buy multiple plugs, you can bundle them together and turn them all on or off with a single tap. You get full scheduling and timer functionality, plus voice control through both Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. The physical design is compact and clean, simple white plastic that doesn't draw attention to itself. Now the downsides, and I want to be honest here, the Govee app can be a little clunky, especially during the initial Wi-Fi pairing process. Some users have reported occasional disconnections where the plug drops off the network, though a firmware update through the app usually resolves that issue. At 4.3 stars, it has the lowest rating on our entire list, and there's a reason. The reliability isn't quite as rock solid as the higher ranked options. There's also no energy monitoring feature, so you won't be able to track how much electricity your devices are actually consuming. And it doesn't support Apple HomeKit, so iPhone users who want Siri integration should look elsewhere. But for $12.99 as a starting point, the Govee is a perfectly respectable entry into the smart home world. It's for someone who's just dipping their toes in, doesn't want to overspend on their first smart plug, and wants the peace of mind that comes with a recognized brand and proper safety certifications. Moving up to number 4, the Treatlife Smart Plug 4-pack at $19.99. Let me do the math for you, and that's essentially $5 per smart plug, 4.3 stars across 5,000 reviews. If your goal is to automate multiple rooms in your house without destroying your budget, this is the most cost-effective way to do it. Each of the 4 plugs supports Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant voice control right out of the box. Tell Alexa to turn off the bedroom lamp. Tell Google to start the coffee maker. It just works. The built-in 7-day programmable timer is really useful too. You can set different schedules for each day of the week. So your porch light turns on at sunset on weekdays, but stays on later during weekends. And here's a feature that surprised me, Rory. Each plug has a child lock function that prevents accidental changes. If you have little kids who love pressing buttons, or a cat who likes to knock things around, you can lock the plug so it only responds to the app or voice commands. That's genuinely thoughtful engineering for a $5 plug. The compact form factor deserves a mention too. These plugs are designed to not block the second outlet on a standard wall plate. which is a bigger deal than it sounds. If you've ever plugged in a chunky smart plug only to realize it's covering the outlet next to it, you know the frustration. The negatives, there is absolutely no Apple HomeKit support. If you're in the Apple ecosystem and want Siri and Home App control, skip ahead to number 3. The initial Wi-Fi setup can be finicky and might take a couple of attempts to get the pairing right, especially on mesh Wi-Fi networks. The Treatlife app itself is functional, but definitely not the most polished or intuitive interface. There's no energy monitoring, and the scheduling options, while solid, lack the advanced automation capabilities you'd find in higher-end smart home platforms. Some users have also noted that the physical toggle button on the plug can be a bit stiff. But listen, at $5 per plug with voice control, timers, child lock, and a compact design, the Treatlife 4-pack delivers genuinely absurd value for the money. This is the pick for the person who wants to smartify their entire house. Living room, bedroom, kitchen, porch, all for $20. That's hard to argue with. Number 3 is the Meross Smart Plug Mini 4-pack at $34.99 with a 4.4 star rating and over 18,000 reviews. And here's why this one commands a higher price than the competition. It supports Apple HomeKit natively, right out of the box. No workarounds, no bridges, no home bridge hacks. You open your iPhone, scan the HomeKit code on the plug, and it shows up in the Apple Home app instantly. For anyone deep in the Apple ecosystem, this is a game changer. You can set up Siri voice commands, create automations through the Home app, use shortcuts to trigger complex scenes, and control everything from your Apple Watch. Hey Siri, I'm leaving! And all your lights, fans, and devices turn off. That seamless integration is what Apple users expect, and the Meross delivers it perfectly. But here's what makes the Meross even more impressive. It's not just for Apple users. It also works with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Samsung SmartThings. That's 4 major ecosystems supported in a single plug. So if you have a mixed household, maybe you use an iPhone but your partner has a Samsung, and you've got Echo devices in the kitchen, the Meross plays nice with everyone. The 15 amp capacity is also notable because it means these plugs can handle heavy-duty appliances like space heaters, window air conditioners, and portable radiators. A lot of cheaper plugs are only rated for 10 amps, which limits them to low-power devices. The mini form factor is carefully designed to sit flat and avoid blocking adjacent outlets. The trade-offs? At $35 for the 4-pack, this is the most expensive multi-pack option on our list. That's about $8.75 per plug, compared to $5 for the Treatlife. The Meross app, while powerful and feature-rich, definitely has a steeper learning curve than simpler alternatives. And some users with older routers have reported Wi-Fi connectivity hiccups during initial setup, though 90% of the time this is a 2.4 GHz versus 5 GHz network issue. Not actually a Meross problem. Make sure your plug is connecting to your 2.4 gig band and you'll be fine. If you're an Apple household and you want smart plugs that work flawlessly with HomeKit, Siri, and the Home app without any third-party workarounds or compromises, the Meross is your answer. Full stop. No other plug in this price range offers native HomeKit support this good. This is for the Apple ecosystem user who demands real integration, not a half-baked workaround. Number 2 is the Amazon Smart Plug at $24.99, with a 4.5 star rating across over 31,000 reviews. Now this plug has a unique and honestly unfair advantage that none of the others on this list can match. It is designed, built, and sold directly by Amazon. That means the Alexa integration isn't just compatible, it's native, it's first party. It's as deep as integration gets. The setup experience proves it. You plug it into the wall, open the Alexa app on your phone, and the plug auto-discovers within seconds. No scanning codes, no entering Wi-Fi passwords, no troubleshooting connection issues. We're talking under 60 seconds from ripping open the box to having a fully functional smart plug connected to your Alexa ecosystem. I've set up a lot of smart home devices and nothing sets up faster than this. It ships in Amazon's frustration-free packaging, which might seem like a small detail, but it actually tells you something about the overall user experience philosophy. Amazon optimized every single touch point, from the moment you open the box to the moment it's working. And here's the real standout feature. The Amazon Smart Plug supports offline functionality. That means your scheduled routines and automations will continue to run, even if your internet goes completely down, as long as your Echo device is still powered on the same local network. Think about that. Your security lights, your sump pump, your essential automations, they keep working during an internet outage. That's a genuinely important feature for critical use cases. The downsides are clear and significant. This plug only works with Amazon Alexa. Period. No Google Assistant, no Apple HomeKit, no Samsung SmartThings. If you're not fully committed to the Amazon and Alexa ecosystem, this plug is essentially a paperweight for you. It's also a single plug for $25, which is a tough sell when you compare it to 4 Treatlife plugs for $20 or 4 Meross plugs for $35. Price per plug, it's the most expensive option on our list. There's no energy monitoring feature, and the physical design is fine, but a bit bulkier than some competitors. But if Amazon Alexa is your voice assistant of choice and you want the absolute most reliable, most seamless, zero friction smart plug experience that money can buy, the Amazon smart plug is practically unbeatable. And when you want something that just works every time instantly without thinking, this is the plug. It's for the person who's gone all in on the Alexa ecosystem and never wants to troubleshoot a connection issue again. And now the moment you've been waiting for, our number one pick, the TP-Link Kasa EP10 at $9.99. 4.5 star rating across over 45,000 reviews. PC Mag's Editor's Choice Award winner. And yes, it really does cost less than $10. Let me tell you why this little plug absolutely earned the top spot on our list. First and foremost, the value proposition is simply unmatched by anything else on the market. Under $10 for a smart plug from TP-Link, one of the most respected and established names in networking and smart home technology. This isn't some fly-by-night brand cutting corners to hit a price point. TP-Link has been manufacturing reliable networking hardware for over 2 decades, and their Kasa smart home line is their flagship consumer brand with literally millions of active users worldwide. When you buy a Kasa product, you're buying into an ecosystem that's been refined over years of real-world feedback. You're getting proven engineering and proven reliability at a price that honestly feels too good to be true. The Kasa EP10 works seamlessly with both Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. But what really impressed me is the Kasa app itself. It's genuinely one of the best smart plug apps I've ever used. And I've used a lot of them. Clean interface, intuitive navigation, rock solid scheduling that actually fires on time every time. It has an away mode that randomly toggles your devices on and off throughout the day to make it look like someone's home when you're on vacation. That's a legitimate security feature. Group controls let you manage multiple Kasa plugs as a single unit, and scenes let you create one-tap presets for different situations. Movie night dims the living room lights and turns on the TV plug. The app just works, and that's more than I can say for a lot of the competition. But here's the detail that pushes the Kasa EP10 to the absolute number one position: the ultra-compact design. TP-Link specifically engineered this plug to not block the second outlet on a standard 2-outlet wall plate. Now I know that sounds like a minor thing, but if you've ever bought a smart plug, plugged it into your wall, and then realized it's covering the outlet right next to it, making that second outlet completely unusable, you know exactly how infuriating that is. The Kasa EP10 sits perfectly flat against the wall and leaves the adjacent outlet 100% free and clear. Both outlets fully usable, zero compromise. For a device that lives permanently in your wall, that thoughtful design decision matters more than almost any other feature. Setup takes about 2 minutes through the Kasa app and rarely ever fails. The physical build is sturdy, the Wi-Fi connection is reliable, and the overall fit and finish is exactly what you'd expect from a brand with 45,000 positive reviews.